Hi guys, Wade here. Just going to give you a quick run through of some of the gear I'll be taking overseas with me next year. So, first up is my camera gear. So my camera gear, I have my Olympus dive housing. I think it's called the PT056. This handles all of the TG3 and TG4 Olympus outdoor cameras, and that's the camera I'm using at the moment to provide the secondary camera angle. The thing I love about this is I can actually access all of the normal camera functions as well as zoom and take photos. And you would have seen in my other videos the attachment that goes on top is my GoPro and the GoPro Zog action light, which allows me to control the beam and obviously the intensity. So I actually use it as my primary diver light on day dives. So mounts nicely on top here. I usually get in the water, hit record on the GoPro and don't look at it for the rest of the dive. It just happens to be pointing at something, take a shot with photos, or if there's something I'm actually lining up, I can hit record this and shoot from this camera, which I really enjoy. Some of the other gear. So here we have my Tulsa mask, which I always keep in the case. Everyone told me for selfies don't get black ones because they colour out the light. I love it. I always travel with my snorkel. My snorkel has a quick connect and disconnect that clicks into the side of the Tulsa mask band. It just goes click, and I can actually undo it with one hand and take it off, or use it if I'm going to do a quick dive. Quick snorkel. Now, one of my new additions to my kit is over here. Both of these two are new additions. I have my Slate, which I actually, to be honest, I've never used underwater. I'm using to do white balance correction using my camera. So I have something I know is definitely white underwater that I can focus on. And I don't know how that's going to go overseas. It may be something I bin, cost me about $6 online. Otherwise, yeah, when I want to document the tiny size of nudie branks and stuff like that, I've got the centimeters on this side as well. And a must-have for all of my Asian dives lately has been the safety sausage, the reel, and I'll probably cut in some video of some deployments underwater. So you know, the safety sausage means you can actually signal your location to the surface when you're underwater. It's a really handy as well as a really important piece of kit. So currently, my reg setup is, I think this is called a Scuba Pro S60, S600, which is a pretty bomb-proof primary reg. I have the custom mouthpiece, yes, in gorgeous pink, and you just dunk it in warm water, mold it, and it sets. I find this gives me far less pulling and it's more comfortable. I bit through my last one on my last tide dive. And my octopus, or my safe second, I really love. Nice, light and small. And then my console is simply my air gauge, which is a Sunto SM36, and a compass on the other side, and I keep this clicked up and low and tight so it doesn't drag. My low pressure inflator does have a knife mount, but the knife I lost in the first 10 minutes. I've since recovered it and it's completely rusted. My first stage, I'm Australian and we pretty much all dive on yoke, which means that the air connection goes up through the middle there and we screw on. And here is my Oceanic BioLite Travel BC. It's pretty much been my regular BC in Australia. and as per first episode, I don't think I'll be using it in cold water anymore. In the warm water of Indonesia where I'm going, it'll be perfect. So the only modifications to the standard is I have my octopus holder, so the safe second mouthpiece clicks in here, and it keeps it up and within the safety zone for reach. I click my camera onto one of these ports here, which has a nice big coily cable to connect it. Now I have my new knife is actually mounted on my weight belt, sorry, my weight pocket here, and you have to squeeze it to release it. I like a blunt tip because sure as hell I'm going to stab myself with it underwater, but it actually has a really positive click and return, and it has a lanyard if I want to strap it around my wrist. I don't know if it'll stay here. At the moment it's just got the webbing connection, and my weight pockets, because of the size of this, there's two on the front, and if I flip over, there's two trim on the tank band. The Oceanic I like because I often do mixed travel, not just scuba travel. I'm usually going somewhere else or coming from somewhere else, and it fits in my normal travel bag easily. The only thing is, as per last video, in the cold it's hard to locate and get the positive connection on buckles and things like that. There's no back plate. There's a solid tank mounting area here, but everything else is soft. You can see, folds down, super small. So that'll be my primary BC over there. If I need to borrow one from the shop that I'll be working for, so be it. For teaching, yeah. So if you like today's videos looking at gear and the things I'll be taking, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to YouTube. And I'll be posting more on Instagram as I always do, and that Instagram account is Waitabout. And don't forget to check out the website because I'll give a big write-up as well as link to some videos from some other gear that I've used or have been taking. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks again. I really wanted to thank my Patreon supporters because without people like them, videos like this wouldn't be able to be made.